Hey guys, how you guys doing? Hope all is well. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Was talking to the community, and yesterday was PPY day for our validators. So we're gonna go talk about some of that and any other questions that you guys have. Give me 1 second. Let me get out the link to everybody. Oh shoot! So we got this. So we got this. Do the YouTube as well too. We're also live on here. Yeah, let me send. Actually, I don't think I've ever sent out a. All right, so I sent out the links. May have some special guests with us. Please bear with us, guys. And sorry for the background and the noise. You might hear my little ones. They're actually it's around their bedtime. They go to sleep around 8:30, around 8 to 9. It just depends, but all is well. All right, let me get the chat up. Let me see here. Chat. Hey, good to see you, Travis. What's up, bro? Good to see you as well, man. How was your day? How was your day? All right, let's see something real quick. Oh, I hear a noise. Did someone join? Troy. What's up, bro? Do you wanna be on camera in front of hundreds of people? I can't hear you. Hold on, let me see something. Maybe I gotta bring you in. Hold on 1 second. Can you say in the chat if that's a yay or nay, or give me a thumbs up? All right, thumbs down. We got you up. Hold on 1 second. Long day training a new guy at work. Okay. For sure. Hold on.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, I hear you, Troy.
Oh yeah, that's me.
What's up? Got Troy. He's on stream. What's up, Mason?
What's up?
Yeah, that's my son, Mason, guys, for those who don't know. One of my little ones. One of my little ones.
Got it.
See that he's on camera, buddy?
Yeah, I'm on camera.
You on camera too?
You too.
Me too?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, let me get these. Let's see here. Careful with the phone, buddy.
Thank
All right, guys, give me 1 second. We'll start momentarily. Let me bring up some documentation. Ooh, is it under this email? No. Oh, looks like someone else wants to join. Oh, there he is. Yeah, what's up, bro?
camera.
Jeez, the man, the
Yeah,
myth,
mate.
legend. Man, I need to play the intro music, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, all blessed, man. All blessed, man. How's little man?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, he's good. Mason, say what's up. Say
What's
what's up.
That's the man right there. Woo! How many validators you got now, Auntie?
Huh?
How many validators do you have now?
Well, it's clocking up, man. My target's to get to like 100, hopefully, but not quite there yet. But do you know what? It's all right. Doing not too bad, man.
Oh man, you're the leader.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, man. Nah, it's good, man. It's good, man. The PPY day was good today, bro. Trust me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on.
Where do you live?
in the UK, innit? So yeah, just in the UK in Ipswich.
Here, I'll switch.
No,
UK, huh?
Ipswich, yeah, UK. Yeah. What about yourself?
I live in United States, Missouri, and
Missouri, yeah.
I'm in a hotel tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So what time is it your side? 8 or something like that?
7:10.
Oh, 7 your side. Was it 8 yours, Vandal?
Yes.
Yep, for me it is 8:10 p.m.
And
Oh,
what about you?
it's like 12 and 12:10 or something like that.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, 12:10.
Oof.
Yeah, we're ahead, innit? We're ahead.
So you were an early staker, weren't you?
Yeah. I was in early, boy.
Did you
In
just
quite
have
early.
one wallet?
Yeah, I can't. Did I have another wallet? Yeah, I think I was gonna do another wallet, but then I just kept it with one wallet. I think. Yeah.
I had
Yes,
two,
it was-
Yeah, 2 wallets. Yeah.
like
They call
17
me.
and 18 or something.
Do you know what? That's quite good though. Anyway, to have 2 in the early staking is good as well. It's just a even added bonus. You can just, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think that's the best play out of all. Like to just be in the top. Was it the top 100 stakers? Wasn't it that get the 8
Yep.
million?
Yep.
Yeah. That's,
Say hi again. Say hi.
yeah.
Hi, Levi.
Hello.
Do you like your haircuts?
Yeah.
Who did your haircut?
Me
Did
too.
Daddy do it?
Eka.
Yeah, who did it?
This
Did
is his
Daddy do
first
it?
haircut. This is the second one.
Okay.
All right, guys, you ready to start the stream? You're gonna start. Oh no, don't press the keyboard, buddy. Don't
Yeah.
press the keyboard.
Yeah.
Don't press the keyboard.
Auntie.
Are anyone else joining us on stream? If not, we're gonna get started.
Hi.
Always happy to have our community members.
I'm getting out of here.
What was that, Troy?
Can't see me now.
Yeah, what you're gonna go on the actual mainstream? Yeah, what I'm gonna do is it on the live stream? I'm probably gonna lock onto it on the TV. I'm just say hello and stuff anyway because I kind of just watch it as I'm drifting off. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of late. I can't catch. Yeah, I'll just catch all of it basically. But until because I've got work in the morning and stuff. But I'm gonna watch it anyway. I'm gonna be locked in and I'll just message if I've got some questions and stuff. But yeah, I was just shouting to say hello and that, man.
Absolutely.
You guys all good and that, all blessed.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Likewise, man. Nice meeting you too, bro.
Yeah, we'll have to get together. We're gonna go fishing in Alaska.
Yeah. Well, like I said I'm gonna come US at some point soon, man. I'll tell Vandal, I'll check him as well. I'll just come out there soon. And the next tour, man, I'm gonna be there. The next tour, I'm gonna make sure, man. That's
Hell yeah.
one thing. I'll be there, mate. So cool. All right, and I'll see you. Well, yeah, I'll see you on the stream, but
Yep. Nice meeting you.
I'll lock in through the thing. See you later. Yeah, take it easy.
I'm trying to get them to go to sleep, but keep closing my monitor and whatnot. But
How do I get out of this?
guys, yeah, I can. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get you out of here, Jordan. Give me 1 second. All right, cool, guys. So thank you again for joining us today in today's live stream. Again, sorry for the background noise for the kids, but yeah, we just had our PPY day. Our validator just got PPY, and yeah, so we had a few requests. Oh, we got another cameo. My daughter, say hello. All right, that is on live stream. You gonna go now? Give me 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Kids are getting out. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. We're good to go now. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So, do we have any questions about validators, guys? We're going to do something very surface level and kind of explain how solo validating works versus on how our protocol works. So let me get some stuff up for you guys. 1 second. Get this. Go post. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Do this. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so as I do look some stuff up, so again, if you guys don't know, to be a validator on Pulse Chain, you need 32 million pulse. I know around last year, this time, it was hovering over about 7,000 to 9,000 US dollars for one validator, which is 32 million pulse. At that time, we were actually out in Vegas, pitching it. So actually, let's go ahead and do something real quick. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let's go ahead and do window. We'll do the full screen, and I'll give a quick run it back turbo of kind of like how we pitched it. So, again, for those who are new looking at our stream, a little bit about us, the team, and Project Pi and how it was created. Project Pi is based in Atlanta, Georgia. It was created at the Atlanta Blockchain Center, February of 2023. At that time, I was working as a data engineer at Intuit MailChimp. Chris, as you see on the screen, our CTO, Maestro, he has a background in physics. And I have a background in computer science. He was actually working for a Web3 company, very similar to Chainlink, an Oracle node company called GoPlugin out of Dubai. And yeah, one day I was just told him, hey, come over by the center. I was working remote. He kind of saw what I was doing. I was on my terminal actually doing Docker containers. It piqued his interest because that's something that he noticed because that's what he did. So after talking for about a good 5-10 minutes, within 20 minutes, we kind of like, let's start a company, started ideating, bootstrapping the whole thing. And that's how we came up with Project Pi. It came from Raspberry Pi's grassroots, again, as fully bootstrapped company. We didn't have a lot of capital, so we had to, utilize the tools around us. And then, Chris and I would like to teach. When I was in my undergrad, I was the blockchain president. Likewise with Chris, he had his his ventures where he was actually teaching the importance of cryptocurrencies and blockchain. And then as Chris and I matured, we actually do go to different universities teaching, children, young adults about blockchain, specifically node infrastructure company. Likewise with us going out. A little bit of achievements again. Don't want to go too much about it. Did the pitch competition, won that, got invited. But kind of let's get more to the topic, right? So here's a little screenshot. So I'm gonna just show you guys something. So let's go to Locked real quick. So if we go to Locked, we can go back and forth, right? This was March of 2024. So as you can see, the TVL currently locked when it comes to that. Well, these DeFi protocols was, if you look at the numbers, it's a pretty big difference, almost $500 million versus 63. Validators had about 1.5 trillion now. So actually had about, 100 million more over here. But look at the difference. You have about 43 million and 265, but that kind of just shows how much the X's matter, accumulating the price of Pulse. So that's why it's very important to be a validator, because like on I don't want to say any, but with most proof of stake chains, you have what's called a validator, and these validators validate the transactions, right, on the blockchain. Some have different, amounts. Ethereum is 32 ETH, Avalanche is 2,000 AVAX, Pulse chain is 32 million. So the current problem with the traditional, native staking solution is capital inefficient, because when you are staking, your assets are locked up. The opportunity costs, again, at that time, there was no liquid staking protocols. And then last but not least, validators be priced out. So, right now, to be a validator, it's going to be, $903. But, back in the day, it was about $8,000. So that's basically what the problem is. And the solution, with Project Pi, as we started as an infrastructure company, we do sell the physical kits where we could sell it to you. 64 gigabytes of RAM, 4 terabytes of storage, portable keyboard, mouse, and a monitor. Likewise, we can host your behalf for $20 a month. And with liquid staking, you're now capital efficient. So now you can utilize your SD Pulse to do what you need to do. And it's accessible with our user interface. Let's see here. There was one slide I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, let's kind of talk about what is this one? The tokenomics, right? So, tokenomics is very important. We are one of the first. No, actually, we are the first LST, or liquid staking token, to ERC 404. Again, what that is a hybrid of an ERC 20 and an ERC 721. What is a standard token, the NFT, and we merge it. One of the things that we solved by doing that is, we call it liquid NFTs, to where now your NFT is liquid. Where if you were traditionally would have a 1151 or 721 NFT, once you bought it, you have to put it up on the marketplace, and someone has to purchase it. Well, since the token 314 million and every 100,000 PPY equals an NFT, that's where it gets interesting, because the yield or the utility is coming from the validators. So on the liquid staking side, on the ST Pulse, on the redemption fees on our protocol, which we can go to right here. As you are actually redeeming your Pulse to ST Pulse, a kickback is going to the NFT stakers. So when you go to liquid stake, internet's kind of being kind of slow right now. Hopefully it's still online. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. Yes, so whenever you're redeeming your ST Pulse back to Pulse, you get a small kickback. So just holding PPY, you're getting passive income as long as you have 100,000. Now, let's talk more about the inflation rate, right? So, the average block time for Pulse chain is about 10 seconds, right? 10 to 12 seconds. And every 10 to 12 seconds, you are getting Pulse. We wanted to also incorporate that. So again, in our tokenomics that we had showed before, we have the incentives for the tokenomics for our validators. We did an early staking campaign, so people got early, and then as well as the initial liquidity for what we're going to be doing when we're fundraising. But really, the most important thing is the actual token. This right here. But so we have 98 million PPY tokens allocated, right? How does it work for validators? As the layer 1 blockchain, Pulse chain incentivized validators in Pulse, we do the same. But it's half the price, 16 million Pulse, and double or triple the APY. And you're wondering, well, how is that possible? Again, we're trying to incentivize, decentralization and more validators on Pulse chain, because that, brings in more security, more decentralization, and more liquidity as we start onboarding more people. So with that, again, if you have 16 million Pulse, you can do something called, I like to call it like insurance, right? So, okay, hey, it's only half the price. Again, the validated price is about 859 right now, which is 32 million Pulse altogether. If you cut that in half, say 900, cut that in half, looking at about what, 650-ish, plus the minimum collateralization of the US dollar price of Pulse. So for simple terms, if 60 million Pulse is 1,000, 25% of 250. So you can kind of see it auto scale. So you can see this number right here. So if we were adjusted to example 100%, you will see that it actually will match that, the US dollar amount. But now if you do 150, that's where you're actually going to be seeing your yield going pretty wild. Right now, you're getting about 9.95%. And how the distribution works for the rewards is, what is it? I have this down. I know Chris is going to be mad at me. 56.5% on the node operators and 45.5% for the liquid stakers. So that's how it works. So it's a two-tiered system, right, guys? How our protocol works is we are actually catering more toward the validators, right? The cherry on top is the liquid staking, where you can stake your pulse, get the derivative of receipt token ST pulsed, and then you can actually, still be liquid. But on the validator side, we incentivize you. You're still getting 80% of the pulse rewards. So that's where that percentage comes in. So let's just say that drops down to 8, and the rest is coming in the PPY token. And again, just like how you are getting pulse, which we can actually, let's see something. Actually, I don't know if we have a block, but anyways, yes. So every block, every 10 to 12 seconds approximately, 1 PPY is inflated, right? So if you do that every 28 days, distributed on all the validators that are going, that's equals to about 2 million PPY tokens per month, or about 67,000 PPY tokens per day. We have a 4-year inflation rate. So once that's all retweeted. Thank you, Wes. Appreciate it. Yes. So once the next Bitcoin halving is happening, that's when PPY will actually be deflationary. One other thing I forgot to mention with the PPY token, not only is it the first 404 LST, but it also has burning mechanisms in our protocol. So that's really cool, good for the tokenomics and good for what we're doing for the ecosystem. When Chris and I were building on Pulse Chain, we took, we went to our events, seeing the problems, the pain points, and just catering to the whole ecosystem as a whole. We want to just do a copy pasta. But for pretty graphs, this is how you can see it. As Chris is a physicist, and those who know, math is just code, code is just math. So funny enough, we did the tokenomics while we were out in Cabo for the Potion Tour cruise. I think I got a picture of that. Yeah, that Cabo trip was real cool. Do I have pictures of Cabo? Thought I did. No, this is all the thing. But yeah, we went out to Cabo. That was real cool. That's actually when we just started building out our MVP. So when we're out on the boat, we like 7 days, everyone's partying. We were just grinding. We had the DApp, tokenomics worked out, and then we're about the physical devices as well too. We're just kind of showing them, hey, like this is what we're doing. And then after the cruise, what is that? A month and a half later, February, we say, hey, if you want liquid staking to be built out on Pulse Chain, go and early stake. So the cool thing is, we had over 100K US dollar TVL locked in the first 24 hours, 2 billion pulls at the time, which is phenomenal. So that shows that we had product market fit. Out of that 90-day campaign, we actually had over, I think it was 158 early stakers. Oh, and again, if you are an early staker, please claim your PPY, and then you can start liquid staking. How you get there, you go to the main page, and you go to early stake, and you'll be able to do it. Last time I remember, there's about 180 million pulse left, and about out of the 158, I want to say there's about 48 to 50 people left. So go ahead and get your PPY, guys. But yeah, the total inflation rate, the actual inflation rate. So for those who like visualization and graphs, that's how it works. How Pulse is inflated for validators, we also kind of, put in the PPYs incentive for validators. So let me see if there's any questions. Let me share my screen just in case there's some stuff. But yeah, that's a high level overview, guys. Again, we're catering more to validators, right? And one cool thing is on our protocol, the more validators that we have in our protocol, the more rewards. The more rewards, the higher the APY for the liquid stakers and the APR for the validators. So there could be a point in time where the amount of pulse that you would be gaining from the validator with everything accumulated could be a substantial amount, to the point where it's like, okay, not only am I basically getting solo validator APR rates on the pulse side, I'm getting PPY, Project Pi yield, a governance and utility token. It's a token that, yes, you need for our protocol, but you would want it. With our roadmap that we're doing, we want to make this token, and we will make this token viable, backed by RWAs, real assets, and having cool little tricks up our sleeves. So it's super cool, super excited. Again, I'm very passionate about infrastructure. My father was a network engineer for about 3 decades, so I was born into this. Email address older than me. Built my first computer with my father when I was 2, and I've always loved our computers. And it's so funny, kind of looking back on it when I was a kid. I didn't want to. I was like, man, I don't want to be like my dad. I want to be very unique. But at the end of the day, I am my dad. I got 50% of his DNA, and a lot of the stuff that you do as a child, you end up doing as an adult sometimes. But no, yeah, guys, validating is very important. And one thing too, a lot of companies don't do this. If you do utilize our cloud services to host your validator, $20 a month, you can generate our keys. But not only that, we give you your keys, right? Your private keys. We don't store, or your seed phrases. I'm sorry, the seed phrases, we don't store those. Those are you. Again, a lot of people are like, well, if I'm going to a cloud provider, yeah, they're give me a monthly rate, but the validator is not mine. So hypothetically speaking, if you come into our protocol, generate the keys, or don't even come into our protocol to utilize it, use us to generate the keys. Anything about us, you have to generate a node ID, and that's the unique identifier that's mapping your node into our protocol or the system, because you have to change the withdrawal address. But simply as a solo regular validator, you go to the launchpad, you get the validator section, you do all the check marks, you upload your deposit JSON file that you get from when you're creating a validator, and you deposit 32 million pulse, wait about 18 to 24 hours, you're up and running. Same thing on the protocol. The only difference is when you upload your deposit file, you have to generate a node ID, it's $5, and then you have to deposit your PPY, depending on the collateral rate, and then 60 million pulse at 32, and you're up and running. It takes less than a minute, guys. It's super easy, super affordable, UI, UX, super seamless, beautiful. And likewise, when we were out in Vegas, we kind of did tease it. But you know what? I got something for you guys. So while we're on stream, so I see we have 130 people. That's super dope. For those who did not make it to the conference, which guys, IRL events are so important, we're gonna look at the conference. So let's go ahead. So I did share this to whoops, sorry guys, hold on. I did share this with our community. So let me go ahead and actually bring up the post chain tour day 2 that they have posted. So let me go ahead and bring it up. And let me see here. Starts at 4:30. All right, so now let me go ahead and share my screen for you guys. Entire screen. Sorry for my kid in the background, guys. Let me know if you can hear this. You should be able to. Do you guys hear me there? Yeah, I kind of said all this basically earlier, but the thing that I wanted to kind of show you guys, when generating your keys, is actually when we actually presented the liquid staking. And kind of like while we're actually on this, why not? On the analytics page again, we custom built this, so this is their analytics for our entire protocol. So you can see the total deposits, you can see the liquid staking, the current APY, the current exchange rate, and again over time up and to the right. The amount of pie pools, you can see all that. We just did a double update to where that loads up So don't touch the keyboard. A lot more quickly. Again, PPY, everything here. We just had our PPY, but yeah, the one thing that I did want to show you guys again was the agent. So let's go ahead.
Oh. Sorry about that, guys. That was my son. He just hit the keyboard. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. Oh, let me go back. Sorry. No. He did it again. But yeah, so basically this AI agent, but this is the one thing since we're on the topics of validators, let me turn this keyboard off. want to show you guys some regenerative use. It was a sauce. I'll give you. Don't store this. Brings back. Yeah, under the box. I don't know if you know how powerful this is. Huge. People say it's technical, but it's super easy, guys. I'll put it in pause. Guys, yeah, guys, that's Liquid Agent. Liquid Agent's gonna be super cracked. Guys, the team, we innovate, we build, and we just keep killing it, guys. Again, thank you all so much for supporting us. If you have any questions, we have 201 viewers, 199 on Twitter and 2 on YouTube. That's huge. Guys, if you have any comments, post below. This is your time. See, it's 8:42 p.m. I got to get the little ones to go to bed. So let's see, I got another 8 minutes with you guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, validating is so important, guys. Pulse right now is at all-time low. So time to, if you do just have idle pulse sitting, go ahead and get your validator, guys. If you want to have your own kit, hey, it's built by the team, ship it out to you. You have your own physical validator. If you want us to host it on your behalf, we can do that. We do give you your keys, and by having those keys, if you want to utilize a different cloud, or if you have your own physical device, want to play with it, you can do that. We make it very easy, very simple for you guys, and that's the whole solution of what we're doing here. Infinite yield, infinite solutions, infinite possibilities, and with coupling it with our AI agent, it's just automating, not just validating, but a lot of other stuff. Since we have a lot of people here right now, to kind of give you guys some alpha with the agent, it's your own, drivers, your superpower, your DeFi, right? You can, buy, in the future and currently right now, buy, swap, trade, fiat on ramp, off ramp, bridging, risk analysis tools, taxes. So if that doesn't get you guys hype, I don't know what won't. This is the time to start accumulating. Again, it's all about the amount of tokens that you get. As we saw in the presentation earlier, the amount of pulse that was in TVO Lifetime Validators was 1.6 trillion versus 1.5. And it's a 43, what was it, 23 million versus, what was that, 100 and something million? And it was 43 million TVO locked up total versus almost $500 million. So, yeah, guys. But again, pioneers, love you guys so much. If you guys, want to create a validator, hit us up, let us know, half the price. And the cool thing is with the early stakers, the first 100 early stakers actually got it for 1/4 the price. Only 8 million pulse. And one more thing. to a thank you for everyone in the potion community. If you create a validator on our protocol before PPY is actually live to trade, if you, like we talked about, the 28-day cycle, Chris may change this, so we're gonna hurry up. If you typically you have to wait 28 days to get your PPY tokens. If you, I don't want to say game the system, but let's just say, and you can look at this on the analytics page, right? It says, there's 3 days left until PPY. You go on our protocol, create a validator, you're pre-launched and launched, coupling the other 60 million from liquid stakers. Then it's day 20, 25, 26. You're up and running by day 27. The following day, you will get all your PPY. You won't get your pulse, like the full amount, but you get your full PPY. So it's almost like another incentive for, if you miss early staking, if you're already validating, come on our protocol, start validating. Again, it's your validator. We're just hosting it on your behalf. You don't have the technical expertise. And if you do, hey, that's awesome. If you do it, again, if you are a solo validator, all you need to do is have your JSON deposit file, change that withdrawal address to ours. You can find that in the documentation, and then upload the deposit file on our DeFi protocol, just like you would in a Launchpad app. And instead of just staking 32 million pulse, it's going to be the 16, which is half, plus PPY. So, yeah, super hype, super dope. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me check Telegram. Retweeted it, yes, sir. If you guys have any questions, let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Mason, say what's up. Say hi. Say hi.
It's JB. It's JB.
Is JB? No, it's not JB. JB might be watching. Yeah, no problem. Anton Troy, not a problem at all. And for everyone who's lurking, and if you have any questions, send me Telegram. I'll give you guys about another minute or two. Gonna end the live stream and try to get these little ones to sleep. Yeah, what's up, buddy? It's not Daddy's car, someone else's car. Mason, you have any closing remarks for them? You want to say anything to the people? Want to say anything to the people, buddy?
No.
No? Levi, you want to say anything to the people?
No.
All right, this is what I want to say. All right, you guys, say goodbye, pioneers.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, you guys have a good one now.